What is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C. And in this particular video review, I will be reviewing Greenleaf Season 4, Episode 7. Yeah, making sure got one more recap left, and I'll be caught up for the last two episodes. But shout out to my YouTube fam, and if you're not from my YouTube fam, you can go ahead and just like down. Okay, my over here. It should be over here where you subscribe and click on the ring on bell button, whatever, and we'll take it from there. But like I said, also you also can look at the Greenleaf, which I found catch up. I also, even though I got catch up, y'all watch Love at the Lockup. I will be reviewing, recapping a few more shows, and I started doing podcasts, sometimes random topics. I'm doing a 365-day video journey. Some of them may include podcasts in form of the video, and sometimes video, but just random topics every day. And also, if you haven't checked out David Man, and also I'm reviewing, recapping Tyler Perry shows currently that's on my roster as far as rerun out on both the shows that are just premiere BET on October 23rd. So I just said shout again, y'all. It is 1:36. I haven't done this a long time doing late reviews, so I'm just getting adjusted to it. But I figured, let me go ahead. I only got one more review. I'm gonna watch the show review and probably upload it later on today because it's October 26th. Okay. But anyways, y'all, there you see a lot of loose ends. The episode, I usually don't name the episode, title, but it's reunited. Now, you got in the morning, because Jacob knows about the whole thing with Phil, the penguin, whatever, right? Now, one of the things is that they're talking about like what's going on. Is first it was Jacob, Gigi. Wait, beforehand, here we got Marcel, who's up there again. One thing she doing, she got to wash and she giving even Nathan a bath, and you got sitting up there is a charity up here, talking to Mir. Then the guy fake little praise this and this and this and this, and you something like Gigi, you can say it, and somehow you can say, oh, so I'm just like, does she think she's what? Is she think she's minister? She's going out. I just don't see it for her. No, and why she can't at least wash her baby or something? She, because it ain't like she instantly left or whatever. Like I said, so we see also too that Marcel comes in there, but before she comes into Marcel, actually, let me finish. Actually comes into Jacob and Calista Springs at all sweet. And she's got the Polaroid, and because first we see Calista's up there looking at her phone like oh, Ferrendo. Oh shit. But then she's even happy to even thank herself, like, thank you for bringing breakfast because things have just been, yeah, you probably got drained, you got to get adjusted to new penis. I don't know last time her and Jacob had sex, but some people, it's quite a workout, so maybe she needs some extra rest. Anyway, so she sees Michelle Polaroid, she's playing, Lady May, after she asked her, like, what is going on, why are you taking pictures, she was like, Lady May, was increasing, I think the home insurance, and so she's asked to take pictures. She has like basically, of course, staying all to get out the way, whatever. And I noticed the comment she said, I know she wouldn't want to flood or her into herself, but she said still allowed herself. I don't know if she just paid attention, didn't pay attention, or just the fact because it's Carissa, she didn't pay attention. Period. Even if she would have said it clear enough for her to hear it, or was directly telling her that, because she also said in the comment talking about like, I know it wouldn't be besides the flood thing. I know also she wouldn't be or poisoned, Anyway, so we'll get that more in a second. Cause so like I said, it seems to be, I don't know what day it is, but like I said, you had Jacob and Gigi talking about something, and also by this time the downstairs is also Charity. She was saying something like Phil's not that bad or something like that. It was some comment they were talking about, and then um there was a comment that not a comment, but actually Bishop came in, right, And he's like, can I talk to y'all for a minute? Y'all, I don't know what the heck y'all talking about, but can y'all? I'm gonna propose to your mom and stuff like that. And they're all happy. And then Lady May is near actually the room, but she can hear and knows she's going to get proposed to, and he wants them to sing a song or come up with a song to sing with probably some other when he proposes back to Lady May, propose back to Lady May again. Also, another thing I know, like Jacob had made like hints that okay, like to because she was about to leave, so he's talked to her again, whatever, right? Like because I think it's the summertime, yeah, because he's up there playing chess or something with his son Winnie, right? And I think before Steele, what's her name? All right, Polo. What's her name? Is getting ready. Charity's getting ready to see her man and go for the Lord. And he was like, "Oh, so you're getting ready to go? So where you gonna see your Phil? Your so-called brother in Christ, like you were saying earlier." And the son, when he walks out the room, and he like this, like, you know what? You think I don't know? When I went past the room, when I went to get my stuff, I heard all this, all this stuff, and I seen you up here locking lips and whatever, and exchanging saliva, basically, with Phil. So there might now that makes me think of four options. Jacob continues, and he's like this: either number one, he is using you. That should be all the choices. It shouldn't have to go to four, Jacob. You should already know this as is, okay? Number two, she's in love with him. Number three, he is assaulted, taking advantage of, like assaulted, like basically like physically, so put her in a position where he's sexually take advantage of her, sexual harassment, assault, so forth. And he's like, I'll beat his ass if that's the case. And she's like, no, she's still trying to get him to hush down. And number four, she called herself being a spy, and going as far as being in the action and pretending that she's trying to get close, to get to see what's going on with the church by going through Phil and thinking she'll be able to get more information or closer to getting this. And he was like, and it's not, if you are doing four, that's not the right. So first she's gonna lie, say four, and then she was like, but you know what? Yeah, it's four. And he's like, still, even then, she shouldn't be doing that. And then she was like, this, no, it's two. And Jacob got that damn quick, even though he just listed as four possible reasons about why she was up sitting there, lip locking with Phil. I'm in love with him. And Jacob was like, what the hell? I'm not an idiot, Jacob. Yeah, you're right. You're a moron. You're miserable. Yeah, you're right. We may not want to use that word. We'll just use a sentiment. But anyway, I'm probably mispronouncing it too, but you know what I mean. So anyway, she's like this. He's handsome, he's straight, and he's a man of God. So Thomas, but I think he really likes me, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, she, is keeping secret. So when first she comes in there, she's asking, like, well, what's going on in the argument? And here, Jacob doesn't say anything then. He decides to kind of hide it, where he's like, oh, we were just trying to, after, Charity could go away, I guess, go to work, whatever, okay. And, her imaginary visible church, as far as in her head that she's going to minister to. Which it seems like the only reason why she wants to minister to church because of all this attention Grace is getting, and she's not perfect, whatever, because she was always into the music part more so, or counseling, but counseling what she did at that funeral home. But other than that, it never was about preaching until it seemed like I said, just poisonous sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry. Okay. So, anyways, when Gigi asked after Charity Case left, she's like, well, what happened? He just was able to say, oh, we were trying to sign a song called Reunite. And Gigi's still like, whatever. She also tries calling Sophia to see where AJ is around. If you see him, let me know, whatever. Just give me a call back. And Sophia was like, I'll let you know, my whatever. Okay, bye. That type of thing. And it turns out that AJ has made his way up. I guess Sophia looked like she had her own, where some people have in rare cases. I think, I don't know, because I never been on a dorm. And actually, I knew people, college, whatever. Some people that went to college, some of them went on dorms, but most people that I actually was cool with, they didn't live on dorms, and she looked like Sophia, maybe because it was summer or something, but it looked like she had her own room to herself. I'm just used to that. They usually have like a roommate or something, unless she like stayed like on campus or the apartments on. I don't know. Okay, I don't like I said nothing like that. Like I said, and some people I know like they used to be on a dorm and they eventually leave after one semester and stop going, whatever, at least on that particular college. Yeah. So I was like, oh, look like you got a place up because who's sitting on her couch in there is AJ. And even though he appreciates, at least he has a person that cares for him. Is the only person he feels like Sophia. Sophia's saying like, Mama's really trying to like be there for you. Go back, you're innocent. And he again still wants to say, well, it doesn't matter anyway. He still is considered guilty because he's black. And even though they're about the same complexion, which is fair skin, vanilla, butterscotch, whatever color. He had nerve to say, well, she wouldn't understand what she's going to because she is a light skinned girl. So she doesn't understand what he goes through. Okay, next. Anyway, so um he was saying like he's a black man, he's gonna get set, but Sophia's trying to convince him like, why don't you just go back? But he still want to claim now, all this defense stuff. And then it's kind of weird, like, okay, if you're not guilty, you still are acting guilty. And you're doing guilty-ish behavior. And then he started getting irritated. Someone like, she was like, you starting to come off as a jerk. Well, I ain't think that's what I'm supposed to be, whatever. I'm like, hey, you get on my damn nerves. Ugh. But anyway, he said he got to go get some cigarettes. Or maybe he's about to get Newports and hundreds in the box. I don't know. So anyway, so he asked if she wants some, and she like, no. So she decides she's going to put some money in the envelope and give it to him because the way he's acting again, he going to be on the move, he don't know, and all this other stuff and whatever. And she's like, oh, like, well, let me go ahead and put the money in his bag. So she puts in the slide, the sides of the bag, the zipper part where it's basically like extra pockets. She opens up in the same like Ziploc bag of like at least 10 or more prescriptions. And she just looks at them. But I kind of wonder, does anybody, did they pay attention to the name? Or if he is sick, did he actually take this medicine because he has chronic or like root chronic issues? Because that's been the theory with some of the people, like like in the comments, and other YouTubers are watching, YouTube fans also review Greenleaf. But also this the thing is because he has one bag of prescriptions that he still has. They have not been sold neither. So I don't know if he's trying to hold on to sell them. But just interesting enough, also watching David Next Man, what had to do with like selling, like I said, watch that show, amazing show, and about selling, like even though it was minor about it, like selling pills. And it's just the thing is he just walking around with these bag of pills in his hand, and if I'm just saying, if he was selling them, it I know I'm just like off guard with this or whatever, but ranting. But it just seems like the possibility is like the same bag of pills that some people, that don't want to have. Heck, I have a little organizer with my medicines and still don't put them all together in the thing and still have them in different pills, in the pill bottles. So it's starting to wonder, like, is he sick and did he steal the medicine because he's sick? Still, he could have just got the money for, but here also his problem too. Here he got this illness. He wants to possibly take his medication, but he still he's self-medicating with alcohol. Okay, at least. So, like I said, that could be so many ways. Or he could be stealing, to get by and hopefully to sell the pills. We don't know, but because Sophia didn't look at the medication, and we didn't recall that because remember they said he's a regular customer, not like somebody just came there earlier. The detective said in the last episode, like he's regular. So has he been getting medication secretly, whatever? Because I mean, of course, that wasn't brought up. We didn't know like his health or anything like that because, like I said, he's been distant with that. We've just been seeing little layers and stuff like that, and we don't know like already if he had. I mean, the process if he already had like health insurance and nothing like that. GD help you get health insurance, phone play and stuff like I said, it's so many layers because Sophia just seen the bag. So when later on when actually, sorry y'all, it's like late. But what I wanted to say was when AJ comes back, he said, I know you said he was brought something. He had a brown paper bag, so I don't know what he was originally going to give her. But when he seen Sophia's right there, and she actually has the part, that shows the medication, the pills, possibly 9 times 10 stolen pills, and she's like, and she was like, just looking at him like, okay, you got some flaming dude. And he's like, why'd you go in my bag? And she's like, well, I was trying to give you money because I didn't think you to take it. So I was trying to put in your bag, and I noticed this. So again, he's getting offensive, and he still want to act like he's innocent, and at the same time, just like he didn't think he owed Lady made explanation, which was a yes or no. And then she was like, "Now you got mom in this mess, and you stole stuff." He was like, "She had a choice to start packing so he can leave again." And she was like, "No, you put her in the situation to sit there and lie on your behalf." To say that she was, the guilt trip, whatever, and to have your backs and what he's talking about. And she was like, no, like you being basically nothing more than an asshole every time people are trying to be there for you, you dissing yourself or whatever. So he getting ready to leave on the fence. At first, Sophie was trying to say, like, like I said, like, don't like, I think he even turned himself in or whatever, blah 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 or something. But she was trying to get him to stay because it's like, hey, this is some BS, and you put my mom to it, and she still was trying to wrap, get him, like get him to understand like what was going on. And you get, like I said, AJ puts up this defense, and he just basically ends up blaming, I don't care, you can call the cops, whatever, see you next life, whatever. Oh gosh. The A in this name, is that really its initial? Was he really just AJ? Those are initials. Because A stands for asshole, annoying, you know. So, anyways, what happened is, well, I mean, what kind of thing about it is, I don't think, well, since he was adopted, that's probably wasn't the name Gigi probably gave him anyway. So, we have later on, like I said, we'll go later on about the whole Sophia thing because she doesn't appear back to next episode. Now we see Zora the Explorer still exploring the Bible, and Nikki, nasty, we can remember nasty, allegedly nasty Nikki is all venting about Dante. Now Dante's been put on the bench because he basically just got like promoted. I guess he he all-star or was high up there as far as his ranking and really coming up as I guess like really up there in his basketball team. But guess what? Because he refuses to apologize, and she's like he trying to be like he kind of Kilpatrick and something like that, calling Kilpatrick whatever. And don't want to say anything, like doesn't want to apologize. And Nikki's getting him an ultimatum: either you apologize for what you did, or she's leaving. And while she's talking, she was like, she just knows Nora's probably on, Psalm 34. And she's like, what is you doing? You're not paying attention to me. What was I saying? And it was like, you were saying something, you're going to leave them, and blah, 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 whatever, right? And she's like, oh, you up here. Oh, so you fine. You go keep reading your stuff. You're not paying attention to me. You reading this book, book that was made by probably people that was high. They were clowns and blah, 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 man, whatever. And Zora was just like, oh, okay, whatever. But she still wanted to stop Nikki and try to say, no, calm down. I'm trying to, like, listen to you. Nikki was just like, oh, whatever. You can ask Jesus or something like that. You know what I mean? And just left. There was a later scene that Zora was talking to her granddaddy, James, about, like trying to reach out to people that so they can get into heaven or something like that, have a connection with God, and try to be friends with somebody who don't have the same beliefs as you. And just Bishop just gave a couple encouraging words, about that, and about it, because she was also including Sophia too, but it was just a thing, like, I'm just gonna say it like this because that's the part I really don't remember about, just if it's meant to be, meant to be, but just don't like push a person or something like that. I think that's what he was saying. Okay, so we also have another scene where we got Clarissa Spades and all decides to go see Ferrando again, right? And she's up in the office, and Carissa's now realized she's being used too. Okay, for sexual and possible business ventures as well. So she he even asks her a question along the lines where, what would happen, say, if with when Lady May and Bishop James passes away? Who would get the house? Because they talking about the house, because she's talking, I guess, about the house. She showed, pictures and stuff like that. And she was like, I would think that I thought we were going to inherit it, which I'm thinking, like, considering that, since Faith, unfortunately took her own life, there's three of them. And then you got to think about it, it's them. They may leave something to, since there's multiple grandchildren or something like that. No question with AJ. And it's like she's asking like as if they're 89. She just, just the thing is, it's like, why would she think it automatically, the way she's acting, like it would just automatically just go to Jacob and her? And even her not paying attention, like, why is this man asking, say, what would happen when they pass, and waiting for that? Something doesn't make any sense. Okay, but she's still, not paying attention. So he talking about he got a room at the Peabody. She was like, I don't feel about the Peabody, something like that. But it went from her getting turned on. She was like, you know what? But you know what now? I want you to take me like you did last time, whatever. Even Febreze or sanitize the couch. Okay, whatever. Like you did the last time. So he's like, sure, I'll tell my administrative assistant to leave. So she's getting ready to smash him again. It's like, I guess the excitement of the forbidden. If you've seen the Oval and stuff, you see the same thing. Like people, I guess it's the temptation of pops getting caught, but getting caught, whatever. That makes it more exciting. Okay. Anyways, so she's getting ready for Mendo to, smooth her needs again. I'll say that. Okay. So also there was another scene that Jacob actually goes talk to Philip, whatever, and basically lets him know, you better treat my sister right. My sister has went through all this, whatever. You just better treat her right, bro. One of them things, and just kind of leaves, Philip is whatever. But actually, right before then, Charity, tongue child getting them names mixed up. She goes to let him know, like, Theo, Jacob knows that we were each other. I don't think we should send the tape. So even though now he wants to say he's concerned about her well-being, and it's like this. Well, I'll give you 24 hours and we'll decide whether we'll put the tape out or not, whatever. Because, he is thinking about the love and stuff and thinking about her and blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, Phil. The penguin. Okay. So, anyways, besides that, now Kareem also has called Lady May to let her know, again, here's one of them something else that wants to be taken off, that has to be stripped away from Lady May. And this time it's the name of the foundation or scholarship program that she had. And Kareem had told her that, like, something basically whatever. She said, I told you I was going to keep my word and call you when something came up. So, of course, Lady May's, man, she got to go up. And this, like I said, it's the same day to day. It's less than, not even a whole 12 hours where all the stuff is going down, right? So, anyways, Lady May ends up going, of course, to Hales and Hazards, or, maybe question mark Cavalry back again in the future, who knows. And she goes to, try to see the Mitzi, the woman she talked to before, a couple episodes before, or whatever. And she's trying to see, like, why is they trying to take the name off? And she's, she first thought it was Connie Cash Register. And it turns out it's surprisingly not even, first she thought it was me. It's like, it's not even me that's doing it. And it's not even Connie Cash Out this time. It turns out that one of the victims, unfortunately, that was, by the Predator Monster Mac, had raped, wants the name taken off, because they're still understanding that they don't believe that Lady May did not know what was going on. And, there are some cases that some people in rare cases don't know what's going on. And, which we found out Lady May was like dealing with repressed memories. Even though, like I said, the thing is also too, is like, if she didn't know her brother was there, well, how did James not know, and that's his daughter, didn't know what was going on either, or how, it's just so many layers. So it's kind of like, okay, like I said, it's another story. But it's like, how did James didn't know this sick monster was hurting his baby neither? Or maybe because the preacher thing, or maybe he was just too busy to know that abuse was happening and covering up, or whatever. I don't know. but it also shows how it's scary how if people don't pay attention to the signs, what can happen to their kids and or other people's kids if there are predator, monsters trying to hurt their kid or kids or other people's kids. You know what I mean? So anyway, um, she ends up talking. She sees uh, Xana or Zara. I'm probably missing out the young lady's name was, and her mom, and they're on their way. Like I said, the board meeting to try to vote like off the thing. But vote her lady name off thing. Lady Mabel's like, I can't stop you, but I wanted to tell you about the name. So first, the mom asks her daughter, like, are you sure you want to talk? And she's like, yes, I'll talk to her. So they talked somewhere else in, because the church is big, so they went somewhere. And again, the young ladies, or because the mom was right there to support her, asked her like, "Are you sure?" I can't believe, still kind of like in belief, like how you didn't know what was going on, with what Mac was doing. Lady May apologized, and Lady May finally just like opens up about probably, what Mac Munster was doing to you. He wouldn't do what other girls, or violent girls. He was doing our father did to to me. And I forgot, did Maris, was she sexually abused too? I don't know that. And like I said, you never know, but it's just that then then the mom embraced her, and then they were like trying to convince her to go ahead and be part and speak at the board about this. And then because she was like, because of what happened to her, it just seemed like she just tuned out and just like didn't know. And it wasn't until after she lost her daughter Faith, and when Mac, died, that she realizes like what was troubling her. So it's like it just tuned out that she didn't even know what was going on, or I don't know if that's a case of repressed memories or whatever the case is, but it was just like she just kind of almost just tuned out what was going on. So that's why she didn't know this was happening, you know. And she, of course, still apologized. So they were like, come to the meet. Because first she was like, no, James told me something. They was like, no, Zora, listen to you. Now listen to her, the mom. Zora, I think, not Zora, Zara's mother said or something. So Zara's mother said, now listen to her. So Zara comforts, Lady May, and they don't show the board meeting or whatever. So, at all. So I guess maybe that she did finally get it, but we'll get to that in a second. So also, anyways, we're trying to find out also too about this parking lot situation. So of course Gigi goes over to investigate, and she, I think she talks to, because the parking lots keep getting purchased all around Cabrio or something. So she's trying to investigate where it's another part. I think she goes either to another company. I don't know if they're a church. I don't know if they're a company or church. Whatever. I mean, sometimes it be the same thing in some cases. So, but they talk, and he gives the card. He was like, well, they gave they paid a nice, decent price, so it's like a blessing in disguise. But he gives a business card, and it's for Rando. It's on the card, right? So she goes to find out. First she goes to find out like the information. Contact back with Aaron. I think he's a lawyer, but he's like more so seems to be like in business wise, one of them type of lawyers with business in like business information, and so or business lawyer or something like that. I don't know if that's the correct term. So he was able to find out that it found out took a minute, but it is under Hell and Hazardous. Okay, so of course Gigi is going to investigate. So she goes ahead and, at the same time, she goes to try to talk to Fernando, and guess who's coming out the room? Carissa Spain and all, whatever, with her telling. She's like, what are you doing here? And, she was like, whatever, to Grace. And she's like, well, what's going on? She was like, she still had to get a signature for, an extra signature. Yeah, that's code word for I had to get some ping again. I had to get some D. Yeah, that's her signature. Left. Okay. Anyway, so she's like, you sold them. You sold this to her. She's like, what? You sold it to them? And she's just like, but that was me. That's me. I don't have to tell you. That's me. That's me and Jacob Slade. That's not your business. Whatever. Whatever. And just left. Probably did she even wipe her? Okay. Anyway, did she wipe us a bunch? Cat just still nasty. Just whatever. So anyway, she goes to talk to Gigi, and the guy's like, can't give her out certain information. So she pretty much didn't get too much of him anyway from him. Oh, but I'll let you know what's going on or what they're doing, whatever. So as soon as she left, though, he calls like, he calls Bob the blocker, like, yeah, I'll wait at home for Bob. I'm calling for Bob to Bob. But so he did call to let him know, like, Gigi is starting to investigate what the heck is going on. So later when she gets to the house, she talks to Jacob about the issue with like the thing with like the house, like them buying Helen Hazardous buying everything up around around the parking lot, and how she also let him know, like, being the land being sold. Did you know that the land was being sold? Because he was, okay, wait a minute, here's the part here. Gigi ends up coming in when again Jacob and Charity are talking about this whole thing with Phil, and she just wants to make sure that she was like, "You'll see how good he is," blah blah blah. So when Gigi comes back again, she comes. That's when she brings information to Jacob and Charity, like the Hells and Hazardous thing about them buying stuff, and she was like, "Is that what y'all bickering earlier?" Because like I said, they camouflaged. Jacob kept a secret. For 2 seconds for Charity, whatever. And they just like they were arguing about what song they're gonna sing for their daddy's proposal. And so he was like, and then again he's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. The help, the has and hatters buy of the stuff. And she was like, didn't you know? Jake was acting like, no, I didn't know. But she was like, well, apparently that's where when he was like, how did you about this arrest? And she was like, well, apparently, she was at the office at Ferendo's house getting another, Ferendo's office and getting a signature, whatever, like, figured it out, Jake about this stuff, whatever. So he just shocked and didn't know about what was going on, about this information. But they're still trying to camouflage it up that, about, with, Charity with the Phil situation. So, like I said, it was still camouflaged again. So, James, they back is like getting back and forth, whatever. And then by the time James come downstairs, it's like, would y'all be quiet because your mama supposed to be on, her way and stuff, and y'all supposed to have everything together, and y'all ain't even together, nothing at all. So also too, with Jacob then we're talking, I think when Charity had left the room one time, Jerry overhears them talking about the hell and hash of this thing, and that's when she went to Phil to ask him later on, like, did you know they were being so hell hazardous about in Parker? Like he needs to actually look like he possibly didn't even know everything that was going on either. He was like, nobody told me. I didn't know what's going on. I'm supposed to be the right hand man. No, you were never the right hand man. You were the puppet. And so forth. Okay. And he was kind of shocked about what was going on too. So it should be ding ding in his ear. Now, if he wanted to at least change his mind and do the right thing, he would think about the fact that he doesn't know what the heck is going on and stuff like that. As is, that he would decide probably not to go ahead and try to sabotage Grace when he doesn't know. Like he even said himself when he first got Charity and convinced her again to continue that stuff, that he even know guaranteed they were going to get these certain positions and whatever, and knows that if there's a possibility that he could be messed over again too as well. Whatever. So they're still thinking about that. So anyways, like they're getting ready, Lady May comes in and she already is drained, but they don't know because of what she confessed it, and went to probably with that boy Millie and having to deal with the traumatization, probably flashback or whatever, and dealing with. She was just like, I don't want to hear about that. And Bishop just like, damn, really? Y'all couldn't be there for, whatever. So Lady May is sitting there in a closet, which looks like in some cases some people's room, because that's how big it was. Just sitting on there, like, the doors, like the shelves, whatever area, in the middle of the closet. Like I said, it looked like some big enough to be somebody's room. But he comes in there and they talk and end up talking. And she said, I know you were going to plan some special something for me, whatever today. And he was like, well, how did you know? She was like, women intuition. Also was just the fact that she heard, and she ain't gonna obviously tell me, but he ends up saying something like very spiritual connection. And she was like, yes. So he ended up proposing to her there. So they're engaged again. Congrats. So also we have another scene where we got Carissa Smirnoff is actually come back in the bed, and she has Winnie in the bed with her because I guess she couldn't sleep or something like that, and also probably made it easier, maybe body language or something that she probably had there purposely anyway, especially she said, and she didn't take a shower or nothing like that. So Jacob was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go in Winnie's bed because he's gonna be tossing and turning and stuff like that, whatever. And he goes. to another room. So also, Nikki comes back again, and so like later on that night too, and she's like, you know what? I end up giving an ultimatum. So when I told him about to go ahead and go ahead and apologize, and he got mad because he's like this, like, oh, you want that white folks money? And I told her yeah, I do want that white folks money. And then he told me, get out, and I got stuff here. So I was wondering, could I stay here? So he told me to get out, and we broke up. And Zoe was like, okay, make yourself home. She was like, good, because I brought my briefcase and stuff, like briefcases and stuff, just in case. He said yes. And I'm thinking, like, does she know this girl for 2 seconds? And still, it seems like Nikki has a motive. Some just ain't private. Like I said, Jordan does not know her enough to be sitting up here. And did she ask permission? Did they give permission? She just, I can understand Sophia because she's fam. Like, fam. And, whatever. And they know her. Because AJ's fam too. But if he was like to stay with Zora. But anyway, it's just that she does not know this chick. And I don't know how this is going to go. So, officially, I guess they're supposed to be quote roommates. Does she even know anything about Nikki's back? Oh, like I said, just whatever. So, I know I probably skipped a couple things, but I'm about to finish up this last scene. So, Sophia comes back to see Gigi. I think Gigi's, like I said, is in her office. And Sophia was like, she was like, what are you doing here? What? And Sophia's like, I'm coming here, Mom, because I wanted to talk to you, and I wanted to be there for you. And you know what, Mom? It turns out AJ was a liar. He did do that stuff, and he stole the stuff, whatever. And, and then it kind of ends with the credits, and that's the end. So hugs and loves, everybody. I hope for y'all to watch. I'm thanking y'all in advance. And, if I remember something, I'll probably say in the next episode that I forgot that I felt was very important. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, and we'll see you in another new episode review recap of Greenleaf. Okay, take care, y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend.